Okay, so this is a match of the weekend lobbies. You know, it like Saturday night or like Saturday afternoon for the American people watching, or Sunday sometimes. Or Friday is also a big day. Like the weekends in general are just huge. It was a 5v5, or kind of 5v5, more like 5v4, because in the enemy team was one person that I don't know, but it was. In my team there was Devil, Wild Rabbit, Shuttamob, VIP and me. And in the enemy there was Quang, Muhammerd, Vivi, Plino, Tammy and Shadowcache. I don't know Shadowcache. And already from the beginning I had a lot of stuff to do. Shadowmob was already low, but he kind of pushed through the middle, kind of weird. But and Devil was low as well. Now Sidewinder as well.
Upgrade available.
At the beginning we had a lot of pressure, and I basically had to use every blast I got. Like smart. No, which is really important because to look at the top, right, where your teammates are, because you see their health, and also kind of know where everybody is, or like you see the yellow dots on the side, or like on the screen. When they are yellow, basically just they are less or half-life. So I actually look at that small hut thingy quite often, and also what vehicle is low, because and for super I on the left side there was a electron super, so I had to go there, and no, I didn't have to go there, but I went there to defend and went back to help White Rabbit. She was stuck in the super quite low. So I look at the top quite often and what vehicles, so I need know what to look out for when searching them. And also what vehicle, for example, Switchblade has a lot of shields, so does Electron. So those two I don't need to, for example, right now. Switchblade is low, but he is, well, I still went for him because nobody else was low. But if I had to decide between two people, I rather go for healing the Sidewinder or the Sundog, or because he doesn't have shields, but the Switchblade does. By the way, right now the Sundog supered, and I went with him first of all to get the kill, because, well, yeah. And when somebody supers, they don't care about their own health, they just want to get in there and kill people. Or they don't care about like being shot at and stuff like that. And also in the super I have a lot of stuff to say. Now Devil was already low, but I just changed vehicles because they had out their supers already, so I went for Guardian to counter them. What I wanted to say is when somebody supers, I like to help them out and just chase them, because there are one or more enemies to super, because, well, they are supering and they will shoot back. So that's all. First of all, that's a lot of damage that you will have to counter. And also when they are supering, they will push. They won't go back, and they won't like consider going back or stuff like that. They would just go in there and try to kill people. So I just like to chase them, and already there was a lot of stuff happening, and which I couldn't explain, but just a lot of stuff going on. And once again, just the top thing I saw on the left side, on the right side, the Devil died. But so first of all I looked there, but I saw that it's fine, so I went for the XP. Deadly Circus was to defend because I didn't see it right, but at least they defended. But at least their Guardian is popped. But now still remember that I have my super, so in case of like when there's a lot of stuff going on, for example right now, Shotgun Storm, it was kinda wasted because Shuttamob just went away and VIP had a shield, but I at least saved White Rabbit. And yeah, but now Deadly Circus came, so I couldn't do anything about that. Not even without changing vehicles. It won't. I can't just heal against a Deadly Circus. Even as like Already right now, White Rabbit is almost dead, and Shadowmob is at their front tower. I don't know what he's doing there, but I actually went to him, but I was just too late. I had no blast. My primary was just not strong enough. And once again, there are only 2 other people, so I did one, and then already saw that Sandok is also low. A lot of stuff going on. White Rabbit changed vehicles. She is playing really good, by the way, for playing in a Sandok, which is not the best scrim vehicle, because in scrims, Sandok is made for sustainability and not for scrims, because Sandok has like the Nano Banner, which is only for healing himself, and when you have a healer, it doesn't matter. And Tiny Giant as well. Tiny Giant is also for sustainability, and it has great damage output, yes, but it's just slow, and without speed it's kinda not that strong. It's just both off-meta vehicles, in the current meta at least. Right now I saw that there are 2 people and I actually got one, so I supered. And also to make them go into my super, because they definitely want to change somebody that is low. Right here I went for shuttamob. He just ran straight away completely. I eventually gave up, but I lost VIP because I went away from the scene. He really didn't want to get healed. Now White Rabbit alone on the right side, but on the left side there's way more pressure already. I'm just bouncing around like Shut him up. Already once again kinda dead, but to be fair, he picked 2 vehicles. Like the Thunder Pulse is usually only used for the super, because it has quite a big damage fall off, doesn't really have the range. Oh, by the way, once again, super means that there are enemies which are shooting at you, and also that you will definitely not consider just hiding. So, went there. So what I wanted to say is that Thunder Pulse is very close range. The missiles like to miss a lot. They are not really accurate, and the primary gun has not the range of, I don't know, Kamikaze or Flame Blade. It's just not comparable. And the super is also just close range. I tried to save VIP, but couldn't, just too slow. Now that magnet is just nasty. He supered me. I got 2 hits, which is a lot of damage with Thunder Pulse, and the magnet as well. Just, yeah. But at least I could change to Angel. I often, like, I didn't in this match, but usually I often forget to look at my second vehicle, my Angel, if I got the super ready, because I just like to stay in graph. But eventually it just worked out. But here I couldn't, he would have died, so I just supered because he was almost dead. And it worked. We only got 1 in at this moment over the right side, but better than nothing. And I saw the devil on the right side actually look, but I couldn't do anything. I was just changing vehicles. But I went there to replace him, because, well, a graph is not just... It can defend a bit with the healing, and yeah. But after there was nobody, I just went back to left side. Right here I couldn't just straight line to shut him up because there were mobs, so I couldn't heal him. I was just too far away. And the Tiny Giant supered, so 50% less damage. White Rabbit survived without a problem.
10 minutes remaining.
This game actually had a lot of potential. I definitely could see like 50k damage in this round is definitely possible, but I just couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't do it. I think actually that one reason is that I didn't really get the enhancements, so I couldn't do anything. And now right there, White Rabbit was kind of stuck between the super, the Gravitron super, and the mobs which are coming. She couldn't really go away, and she didn't have health problems, so I could quickly just run away. but in place with speed on the good position, and Tammy died. By the way, White Rabbit has not died once yet, and we are losing. Which is just, it's crazy. It's just, I don't know how she's doing that. Now shuttamob once again. He probably didn't see me, but, and also as a fighter you don't really care about looking where your teammates are. As a healer you usually always know where about everybody is, or like, you know how much health they have. I got stuck there and almost died. Used my super as, and like, I was scared. Didn't even get the mobs, so they were still there.
Deadly circus.
I heard the deadly circus and I saw that. I actually, yeah, I noticed it, but couldn't do anything. No speed, no blast either. I later went there, but, and for example, this is perfect. I got stuck there, and so I wasn't quick enough. But perfect example. With Flaming Blade, you have to get close to do damage with the super. And White Rabbit, she kinda ran into mobs right there, but I just healed her a bit.
Thunder pulse.
Now, Deadly Circus, I didn't really notice that the Sidewinder killed the Thunderbolt, so I didn't even try to save him, because Thunderbolt shreds through, like, it deals a lot of damage. So saving somebody from Thunderbolts while you are kind of far away, it's a difficult. So I just stayed with White Rabbit because she was half-life. Right now we still have a lot of pressure on both sides. Just, yeah, I don't know, they had one good, like, I don't know, shadowcache, and but he played decent. By the way, when you're changing vehicles, you might as well do it below a speed boost and heal it with your beam, I think it's, I don't know, but with the thing, sadly you can't heal speed boost with the radiance of Angel. Only here the super was kind of wasted. I thought the speed was ours, and the guard and the berserker really doesn't do that much damage. That much damage, I couldn't really deal against it, but at least now I have used my super. And Shuttamob died again. He died often, and it's kind of, he was really risky, playing really risky. Once again, another the enemy speed right there. And I tried this one as well, but was not. Now here I stumbled into Flaming Blade, almost died, and he saw that I was low, so he probably chased, and he almost got me. But I couldn't go through the tunnel because there were mobs, but I just went next to him, because Flaming Blade is a rather heavy vehicle, like changing around, like turning around with Flaming Blade is not the quickest. It's in straight line speed, it's quite okay, but in turning around it's not that good compared to Angel or Grab. So I just went around him, outmaneuvered him. That's the same with tank and snipers, for example. Snipers and tanks, so they have the same straight line speed, but tanks are just way heavier, so turning them around or doing anything that requires agility is just way slower than with RDs. But RDs technically are the same speed in straight line. Almost, at least. I haven't really measured it, but almost the same speed.
5 minutes remaining.
Oh, right here I was alone on the left, and I heard the Tesla storm, so I went there, but just wasn't quick enough. Both died, Singularity and Tesla storm.
Singularity.
Not really much I could do about that, just, yeah. And I didn't saw White Rabbit being low. Now I saw it on the top, and I went there because there's only 2 other people still alive right now, because 2 died. So I quickly just helped him, because it's quite important when 2 people are dead that there are still 2 people on the field. Right here I got pulled away, so I supered, and it did actually work. I didn't get him though, but he just backed off. Now sadly, because both were on the right side, White Rabbit and and VIP were on the right side, The left side was kind of exposed, and it just took too long until the other people respawned.
Thunder Pulse.
Now Thunder Pulse again, it's just... The slowing down is probably the thing that makes the super Thunder Pulse so much better than Flame Blade. Because, yes, Flame Blade has the speed ability, but if you have speed, it doesn't mean that you can get him. Because, well, the enemy has also speed, and when the enemy just maneuvers into mobs, you can't do anything about it. But with the magnet, you can make him not do that. You can force him to stay out of there. Now I switch to Guardian. Now this was a actually kind of confusing situation, but there I still don't really know. I saw Devil being low, but I just was too quick, and he was too quick in the other direction. Couldn't change around. Couldn't save him, but at least I saved the other two guys and goals. But yeah, I don't really know what happened there during the game. It was just too quick. I just saw Devil being low and just went, okay, nope, super. Well, I already knew that I was going to super, because that's actually right there, that's the first time where White Rabbit died. And she was kind of forced between the mobs and the enemies. But it's just so impressive that she survived 18 minutes in a 5v5 with a slow vehicle and one without shields. It's just, yeah. And also we were losing, so they had more XP and just had less stuff to worry about and more time to kill people. And shuttamob once again half-life. I didn't really see it. I think I noticed it eventually.
2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, but there you can see shields do a thing. Now once again Tesla Storm, he went to chase him, and sometimes, well, there's right now a lot of stuff going on. On the left, the Shotgun Storm on VIP, the Guardian in the middle with the Kamikaze and the Flaming Blade of shuttamob. The Kamikaze didn't get anybody, but they got two people, with one with and shuttamob left actually because he didn't get anybody and just died with the super. I think Devil had Electron, like the Electron super the other Electron, and I think that he was just countered by a Shotgun Storm and died. On the right side there was a Guardian, and and we used just a lot going on.
1 minute remaining.
And yeah, I didn't have my Angel super and just grab alone.
Upgrade available.
You don't have the blast, there's not much you can do. And now the shuttamob left as well. Now it's a 4v5. Even more stress. I actually thought that he was going to super, that's why I went back in the other direction of him, so I'm moving in the other direction that he's moving, but he didn't. Now it's on this side we are 2 and they are 3. White Rabbit and me against Tammy and 2 other guys. I don't know. Almost died as well. Had to use it. When I actually try to be kind of precious with using my. I tried to get them in my super. I actually did. I think I did get 2, but the mob died and he pulled me in with speed. And so I died as well, and then third, like, I think the shadowcache went as well, but nobody died. And look at that, I had the bug where you can see the blast radius, and it's actually quite big. It's bigger than Thunder Pulse and Flame Blade by a big amount, and it's often underestimated because you don't really see the how big it is. You don't. Now Tesla Storm and Deadly Circus, I just was too much. Level 5 Deadly Circus can out heal a Guardian, which is 2000. Heal per second. That means that 2000 damage per second. That's like that's like 2 seconds for a bigger fighter with 4000 HP. It's just. I mean 3 seconds for a tank. That's 1, 2, 3 dead. It's just so quick, but it has to be leveled to a high level.
Your mushroom tower core is critical.
Now, White Rabbit was actually alone there against 2. She's super, but Guardian. Against those supers, Guardian is just good enough to completely... Guardian, I think Sidewinder is probably the only super that can out-heal a Guardian. No, that's Deadly Circus, not Sidewinder. Sidewinder, but 2000 healing per second is just really a lot. It's actually less than I thought it was, because I saw people being out-damaged, or people out-damaging a Deadly Circus, a Guardian. I was looking at White Rabbit and looking where she went, because she tried to maneuver around the mobs. I didn't do that. I couldn't do it. Now I see. I already went in his direction, but Thunderbolt's just so strong. You can't get away even with speeds. You saw me completely. I was completely pushed into him with the speed, and I'm a speedy vehicle. When you have good aim and you can stay on the enemy with the magnet, that's why the bots are so good with the magnet. It's just you can't get away. Now a little bit of a break. Not really, but I just went away from the drama.
Singularity.
He supered, but I just powered through it, and now 30 seconds on the timer, so I tried to get Tammy because of the meme, but I got supered. And now the game's over. We only got 1 mob in, but it was a bit unfair, but still, GG. And yeah, I could have cut that end out. Almost 40k, strong round. There was a lot of more potential, but GG.